Hey, real estate fans, it's Nova back with my Supernova Real Estate Report. And today I just wanted to talk about forbearance. And forbearance being the program for your homeowners that allows you to defer your mortgage payments while we're going through this COVID pandemic for, I think, 3 months currently, up to 3 months. And I get a lot of inquiries in Nova. What are foreclosures going to look like and everything after the pandemic and the forbearance period that is going on, and things like that. And are we in a bubble because of how fast home prices are going up at the same time? And these are all like very big questions, right? And right now, the data is showing that in forbearance, like 90% of the people are fine, right? There's currently 3 million people 3 million plus people in the forbearance program, and 90% of them are coming out of it and they have repaid or tagged their payments back on the back end of their loan, or done some kind of modification, so it gets paid off over time and all that kind of stuff at the same time. With that, there are still 13% of the population of that 3 million that are continuing to have problems with either deferred payments, missed payments, or things like that, right? And that number actually is just a little over 300,000 people nationwide. So when it comes to your local municipalities and things like that, we're still talking very few homes. Currently, every quarter there's about 200,000, or before the pandemic, there was about 200,000 homes in foreclosure every quarter. So about 800,000 a year, which is still, 10% of what it was during the recession and things like that. To that effect, the economy and being able to buy homes that are going to be coming on the foreclosure markets are going to be just as rare that you're even seeing right now in the current markets. It's not going to go up a lot because of this one big deal. All those people that are behind in payments, they have a lot of equity in their houses. So they're not going to be underwater like short selling their homes. They're going to be putting their homes on the market for market rate and market values, right? So there's still going to be the competitive offers, even though that house could be in default. It just doesn't matter, because there is so much demand in the market currently that it's going to, that 325,000 homes that are in forbearance that are going to continue to go into default, since there's 45% less inventory than on the market than what there has been at any time. That is immediately going to be absorbed, just sucked right up, because the population is growing faster than the housing market is keeping up. So the idea that you're going to be getting a deal, or we're going to be able to find people's homes that are in that situation and be able to work that out, it's very, very low probability, and it would, to me, be walking on grounds that I don't operate in ethically. With that though, let's talk about that equity term again. What am I going to do to be able to profit in this market? What am I going to be able to do with my current home? Is your current home even satisfying what your current needs are with the pandemic, right? Because you could be sitting at your dining room table on your Zoom calls, and you got your family running around and other such, and your partner sitting in like your walk-in closet or in the hall closet on their own Zoom calls that they made shift. Is your current home working out for you, and what can you do something different, and how are we going to be able to utilize your current equity, your current house, to get you into another place when there's such lack of inventory on the market? And there's a lot of different ways that we're going to be, operating to manipulate that to get you in. And one of them is we're going to be finding neighborhoods that you want to live in, and then specifically marketing to those people that there are buyers. You are a buyer that want to buy their house. You are a buyer. You have a house that we can sell in like 35 seconds and buy a house. Yes, will your house need to be clean? It can't be trashed, and needs to be well put together because you want to be able to get top dollar for your property, but at the same time, you want to move into a place that you can have your own home office. Build an outside shed to have your own little studio, as a friend of mine, P. Dominic, says, is shedio. To be able to play and hang out in, right? That's so you can actually concentrate and be productive as you need to be. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place, but your equity, and even the difference in this market compared to 2008, is homes have equity right now. They did it in 2005. They did it in 2006. People in the loan products then that were available weren't based upon people's actual income and affordability, right? They were just whatever. It was just fraud, basically. So now, what are we doing with your current equity? Not only are you fine with your current home, great. So you're going to stay in it. We're going to see double-digit inclines in your equity growth every year, for the next coming years until population can ever keep up with that, when the housing market can keep up with the population growth, which doesn't seem to be happening soon because, we're not making any more land. So what I'm proposing is it's time to invest in multifamily, which is just as scarce, right? But using your equity to work for you, to grow wealth, to add to your future investment, because one day you will want to be able to sell these assets and then move off to Hawaii. And like I look on online all the time at homes on the Big Island. I just love the Big Island. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions, and let's talk about making this market work for you, because we can and we will. Have a great one.